How's it going, everybody? We just got huge news dropped on us in the form of the Professor X reveal as the new year-long chase similar to the Age of Apocalypse. But with Age of Apocalypse, we had a lot of cool teasers with lots of fan theorizing, and it seems like they're going to play it out the same way. So we might already know who the next legendary character is going to be. Can't wait to jump into that, but first, a word from our sponsors, Raid Shadow Legends. I want to give a big shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Raid Shadow Legends. Now, I've been partnering with Raid on another channel, and I've been playing through for the last 3 days. I gotta say, I've definitely fallen in love with this game. And if you want to come join me, make sure you use that QR code in the bottom right corner, now in the middle of the screen, because that is going to get you a bunch of goodies. And when you do, try and join in on Mark Clan. We do have a little bit of room still in the Dorky Den. That's right, we are being very competitive in this early game and having a lot of fun. But what does Raid have for you? Well, right now, it is their 5th year anniversary, and they have a lot of goodies going on, especially if we go and we look at one of these offers here, the 5th year anniversary. We're getting a Sacred Shard, 3 Ancient Shards, a Primal Shard, an Immortal Stone, some Void Shards, a bunch of Sim tokens, a Legendary Book, and 5 million silver you play with in the form of a calendar. You're going to want to go ahead and get that as soon as possible. Let me claim that right now. But besides that, Raid Shadow just has so much going on. From the multitude of bosses, the Minotaur, the clan boss Demon Lord, the dragon, the ice golem, there's so much going on, to the amazing faction wars where you get to build your roster super ride. Speaking of rosters, there are so many characters to be building. Check it out. We got Bannerlords, High Elves, Sacred Order Barbarians, Ogre Tribes, Lizard Men, Dark Elves, Sylvan Watchers, the Shadowkin, the list goes on and on. There is literally, what is this, 130, 400, 600, there's 800 characters in the game to play, but it's not in an overwhelming, because you kind of just get who you get and you play with it, and there's so many characters to fit different roles for whatever you're looking for. Some of my favorite characters, I really am digging Stag Knight from the Bannerlords, what he's bringing to my team in the form of control with decreasing speed and decreasing defense and decreasing attack on the enemy has been instrumental in me pushing lots and lots. But there's also some great PvP modes to sink your teeth into, from the arena to the team arena to the live arena, which I haven't got to play yet. It is definitely the time to start playing Raid Shadow Legends right now. Once again, use that QR code in the bottom right corner, now in the middle of the screen, to come and join me. You get a bunch of goodies, including what you see on the screen here. But don't take it from my words. Go download the game using that QR code. Come play with me. Check out our second channel, which will be linked in the description and in the pinned comment below. But for right now, let's get back into the video. Alright guys, so here we are at the splash screen, and as you can see in the northern quadrant, there happens to be a cowboy in a desert or maybe a post-apocalyptic world. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not familiar with many Cerebro-wearing Charles Xaviers that happen to also wear cowboy hats. I feel like that would look pretty weird on top of Cerebro, right? It'd be a little weird. And then we have these 3 other quadrants that are kind of grayed out. Well, in the past, they have used this as sort of a teaser, in particularly with the other year-long chase they had, which was Apocalypse. So when we had Apocalypse, the Age of Apocalypse was announced, this was the splash screen where we saw the 4 horsemen. And this was really cool because we had fan theorizing like you wouldn't believe. We knew Rogue was coming because we saw the green hue, right? Little did we know that was Morgan Le Fay, and Rogue was actually over here, just kind of not green whatsoever. We did think that this was maybe a reworked Magneto with the smoke flying out, kind of like steel floating out of him. I don't think anybody thought Archangel until we started getting deep into the Scourges. And then Red Hulk over here, literally no one knew it was Red Hulk. No one knew. Everyone was like, maybe it's like a new Beast. We thought Dark Beast there, but Dark Beast ended up coming with Archangel. So there was a lot of hype there and a lot of fun conversations people were having, right? I remember that very, very clearly. Well, after characters started coming out, they started revealing them. So this is a picture of what happened in game at that moment, but there was splash screens of the same thing, where it would show Morgan Le Fay prominent, they're ready to go, and there would be Rogue, Red Hulk, and Archangel still shrouded in the back in mystery. And then Rogue came out, Morgan Le Fay would be revealed in the background, Rogue would be up front, but Red Hulk and Archangel would still be shrouded in mystery. And I think that's exactly what the plan is when it comes to this splash screen here. So I do think that on this splash screen, what's going to end up happening is we're going to see this first legendary character, and then it's going to move on to the next and the next and the next until we have them all revealed. All right, so let's talk about the next legendary character. I kind of lost it for a second. Let me find it. Here it is. There we go. Let's go back to this, which is the weekly blog of Vote in Blood from February 17th, where we talk about the next legendary character. So our biggest hint right off the bat is that the next legendary character unlocked with the Out of Time team will be pivotal in war, and the legendary character they help unlock will join Deadpool and fan-voted Pandapool on the upcoming team. So we know it's a Deadpool-centric team. We know that there's going to be 2 members. We also know that from that Deadpool fan vote, they were all Deadpool variants. So I do assume it's going to be a variant team on Deadpool. We got a bunch of Spider-Man variants. We have 40,000 Captain Americas in the game, so I wouldn't be surprised if we already have a Deadpool variant in the game that's going to get reworked. Deathpool is his daughter on the New Warriors team. I could see why they would want to shoehorn that in. She is a Scopely original, so the more life they can give her, the better. There's also Gwenpool in the game, has Pool in the name. She can 100% make the team too. I don't think both of them. I think only one of them. But because the New Warriors is still a semi-new Crucible team, I would theorize that this team is going to be either used for maybe the new Battle World or for War, is what my guess would be. Nova was the first legendary character of the Mephisto era, or whatever you want to call that, and that was a War team, right? So I wouldn't be too surprised. But we do know 100% it is a Deadpool-centric team, and so you just gotta kind of Google Cowboy Deadpool. Well, there is literally a Cowboy Deadpool. There's literally the Deadpool kid who has interacted with our Deadpool before, so there is already a precedence for that. And, I mean, people love cowboys, I guess, right? Kind of makes sense. So the history, Wade Wilson, also known as the Deadpool Kid, was wanted for bank robbery, arson, software piracy, stampeding pygmy goats through an orphanage. The Deadpool Kid appears besides Deadpool, Headpool, over 616 and 2149, respectively, and boasts to Sheriff Fury and Bounty Hunter Logan of taking over when they are while he was aligned with his counterpart. Unfortunately, Deadpool from Earth 616 doesn't fully agree and shoots him in the head. Of course, he's Deadpool, so he survives. And then Kid Deadpool, or Deadpool Kid, ends up kind of becoming a bad guy, chasing after him. But it's a Deadpool story. It's goofy, it's zany, it's Animaniacs, right? So we can kind of expect something similar. But that got me thinking. There's also kind of another cowboy in the histories of Marvel, and that would be Old Man Logan. Old Man Logan also happens to have really, really close ties to Professor X. Obviously, there is the Logan movie, right? There's that post-apocalyptic. They're kind of in the desert at the beginning. If you've not read the Old Man Logan story, just a little aside, you 100% should. Super violent. Don't read it in front of your kids. Don't let your kids read it. But definitely worth the read. The story is really cool. Unless you're a fan of the Hulk, then maybe don't watch it. Or don't read it. But really, really cool character. And if we just were to Google some of his pictures, you might see some stark similarities with what that picture showed in the opening here. The cowboy in the back with the big trench coat on and the cowboy hat in the desert. And I just can't shake the fact of the closeness between Wolverine and Professor X. And I also can't shake this just gut feeling I have of wanting a new Wolverine, a better Wolverine, the Wolverine that wasn't released at launch so he doesn't suck, right? A new kid, because here's the thing. They've definitely shown that they're not going to be doing these over-the-top reworks anymore. There's not going to be another Gamora rework. There's not going to be another Thanos-style rework. At least that's what the impression they've given is. So if this is the only way we can get a new Wolverine, I think that's great. I think that's going to be really cool. And with the Deadpool movie coming and Wolverine already being announced in the movie, I wouldn't be surprised. This would be a really cool tie-in. This would just be really, really cool altogether. But hey, what do I know? I'm not the theory guy when it comes to new characters coming out. Why don't you guys let me know in the comment section below who you think the next legendary character can be? I'm kind of thinking it's going to be Old Man Logan. Have yourselves a great day, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.